Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to, where are we up to? 15 weeks I think until a sub 90 half marathon. That is the plan over the next 15 weeks, is to achieve what I wanted to do in 2019, 2020. Races cancelled because of COVID. Sub 90 has long been a target of mine. My half marathon PB is currently 1 hour 30 minutes and 12 seconds. 12 annoying seconds, and I know I can go quicker than that. I think the old Strava time it actually had down for a half marathon was 1:28 within that run. Obviously it doesn't count, obviously it's the gun to finish line time that counts, which was 1:30 and 12, and it was on a hilly course as well, so I know I can go sub 90 for a half marathon. And that is going to be target over the next 15 weeks. And how am I going to do that? Well, if you saw my last video, you'll know that I've handed in my notice and I'm giving up my day job. I've been working 5 days a week in offices for many years, working in quality management and quality control and rather tedious and boring stuff like that. And I've only done that to pay the bills. Not through any particular love of what I've been doing, but just to pay the bills and to pay for the fun I like to have in the evenings and weekends and stuff. So anyway, that job is getting knocked on the head. I'm working my notice period, and then I'm going to be going full-time coaching from then on. I do coach a few athletes on the side anyway, using Training Peaks. I coach a few athletes remotely, have done for quite a few years. Coaching athletes towards marathons, half marathons, triathlon, Ironman, ultra runs, whichever really. I'm a UKA accredited coach and a BTF accredited triathlon coach, so that's what I do on the side, and I've been doing that for quite a few years. But I've recently taken on a new client who over the last few weeks I've been going to see quite often, because we've got some exciting projects ahead. Basically, I think 3 or 4 days a week I'll be coaching him remotely using Training Peaks, using Garmin, and the other 2 days a week, part of our arrangement is I'm going to take him to some exciting places to train. So part of my contract is to keep him interested. This is almost word for word. Keep him interested, keep him excited, train in some crazy places. Honestly, I don't think it gets much better than that. So our plan is to once or twice a week go around parts of the UK training in some crazy places, and by training I mean the long bike rides, the long runs, the open water swims, maybe some hikes, maybe some kayak journeys, lots of gravel bike routes, just making the training exciting. Gonna find some beautiful places to train, and we're gonna go there, and we're gonna go there during the week when they're quiet, and we're gonna have lots of fun. And hopefully along the way we're also going to try and build a business around this idea as well. So many exciting things to be looking forward to, so much fun we're going to be having over the next 2, 3, 4 years. So yeah, I've got a couple of weeks of work left before I'm doing this full time. So part of what I'll be doing will be spending a day or two researching the most fabulous places in the UK to swim, bike and run. And I've been starting off with good old Google, looking up the UK best gravel rides, the UK best hill climbs, the UK best secret swimming locations, all the nice Google searches. I've started compiling lists. I've started putting together lists of where we should go for our fun training. So honestly, if you can think of a more exciting job, please tell me, because I'm struggling. I just can't wait. I can barely sleep. You know, I think probably for 30 years I've been waking up just thinking about getting up, getting to work, getting the work done, not getting in trouble, trying to do a good job but get home on time to pay the bills and to have fun at the weekends. 40 hours a week working just to enjoy those evenings and weekends, and the prospect of actually turning that around now so that my hobby is my full-time job is mind-blowing. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I'm so excited by it. I'm just spending every minute thinking about places that I've seen on Juliet Elliott's videos, or on GCN bike routes they've done on GCN videos. There's so many places I'm just so excited to get to train, and so what that means for me is that I'm not going to be spending 8 hours a day sat at a desk. I'm not going to be driving to work 5 days a week or fitting things in around the working week. It actually means that my job from here on is actually to get as fit as I can possibly be. I need to be coaching this guy. If we're doing a 40, 50, 60 mile gravel ride or a 2 mile open water swim, I need to be fit enough to be coaching him and not just trying to keep up with him or dying on my arse at the end of the bike ride. I need to be out first and change, ready to go for a run. So my journey from here on is going to be just get as fit as I can as a 51-year-old bloke. So I'm going to be doing masses of open water swimming. I'm going to be doing lots of bike rides on my off days so that I can get myself back up to distance. The plan from now is half marathon with him in about 6 weeks time, marathon in October, and then in spring 2023 another half and a full marathon, probably a half Ironman in autumn 2023, then I'd think something like a half and a full marathon and a half Ironman early 2024, and then full marathon late 2024. He did also mention the Norseman, but obviously that's a bit more difficult to get into, but we are going to be chucking in some applications for Norseman as well, because I'm on this journey with him. That's the other thing. Which races he does, I do as well. That's part of the deal. And that's why I need to be getting myself Ironman fit as well as him. I've done it before. I've done the 18-20 hour weeks. I know what they're like. And to be honest, it can only help me with my goals. It can only help me with my sub 3 marathon dreams or my sub 10 hour Ironman dreams. That was always something I wanted to do before COVID came along, was a sub 10 hour Ironman. Lanzarote I wanted to do. Ironman World Champs. Obviously I'd love to get there, but that's way out of my league at the moment. But it just brings me back to all those exciting dreams and ideas and races that, to be honest, I thought COVID had put an end to. When COVID struck, I couldn't really see myself signing up to do another foreign Ironman. But now that whole curtain has lifted and I can see all these races on in the future again. Some of the races I would have to do with him or within the rules as much as I can. I can pace him at marathons and half marathons. Ironman is a little bit more difficult. Obviously you can't pace someone in an Ironman. So those races I would just have to do at my own speed. So maybe those targets are back on, who knows. Anyway, where are we up to? That's a bit of info about the future for me over the next few years. This week it's week 15 of sub 90 half marathon training. So what day is it today? It's Wednesday today, and I'm on my way down for a training session with him. Monday was a rest day. Tuesday, yesterday, I had to coach the running club session 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Home for 8 p.m. and then out for what did I do? 9 miles easy, 9 miles at 8-minute miles, and then 5 lots of 20-second sprints with a minute walk back recovery. That was a beautiful run. It was a lovely sunset going on. It was quite warm, it was about 19 degrees, so I got out to some lovely little country back roads, got my shirt off, got some vitamin D, had a really nice run, got home about 9:30 just as it was starting to get dark. I love evenings like that, watching the sun go down the whole way around, but not needing a head torch at 9:15 was fabulous. So that was last night. Tonight should be 5 miles easy, but I'm actually doing a little 1 minute on, 90 seconds off session as part of that 5 mile easy run, although I won't be running at the speed I would ideally do on my own, so it'll be relatively easy. That's tonight's session. Tomorrow I've got 9 lots of 3 minutes at 6:33 pace with 1 minute recoveries, 2 mile warm up, 1.5 mile cool down. Friday will be a rest day. Saturday is going to be 5 lots of 500 meters at 6 minute mile pace, 1 minute recovery, then 300 meters at about 550 mile pace, straight back into 1 minute recovery again, times 5. So that's Saturday's super hard threshold sprint session, just help try and push my threshold back up again. And then Sunday is, I think, just 14 miles easy from what I can remember. So there's another 45 mile week. Feeling pretty good, just ticking off these days at work. I've had enough of being at work now. I'm just desperate to pack in my job and get on with my new career, and I'm sure you can understand why. But that's an update so far for this week. Okay, quick Saturday evening update for you on a gorgeous evening's dog walk. Here's Dexter out in the sunset, which is over there somewhere. Okay, so where are we up to? Tuesday I was coaching, and then I did 9 miles with some sprints afterwards, fairly late Tuesday night. Wednesday I was down coaching in Leatherhead after work, so fairly long day at work, and then 3 hours each way, 2 hours each way on the M25 for a coaching session. Back quite late. Thursday I did 9 miles, including 9 lots of 3 minutes at target was 6:33 pace. I think I did about 6:38 for all of them, and to be honest, they felt really controlled. I felt the effort level was about right for what I was aiming for. I could have thrashed myself a bit harder to hit the 6:33s, but given the amount of stress and how I'm feeling at the moment, it felt sensible to stick comfortably and easily just outside that target pace of 6:33. So they were like 6:38, 6:39s all the way through, 1 minute recoveries. And for those I walked the first 30 seconds and then jogged the second 30 seconds to get all those done. And they were all pretty even, pretty equal pacing right the way through. So I was pleased with how that session went compared to when I think I did 8 by 3 minutes the previous week. Roughly the same pace, but found it a hell of a lot harder. I was pleased with that session Thursday. Then Friday back down to Leatherhead after work, coaching. The session was 4 by 4 minutes at target half marathon pace, which is about 9:05 miling, so quite a comfortable 5 mile block really. 1.5 mile warm up at about 10:30 pace, and then 4 by 4 minutes at 9 minute mile pace. So it should have been a rest day, but it was a very comfortable 5 miles Friday night. Saturday today, obviously had parkrun this morning. The plan for today was 5 blocks of 500 meters in a target of 1 minute 48 seconds, and 5 by 300 meters, a target of about 52 seconds, I think. So it was a 500, then a 300, a 500, then a 300, with a 1 minute jog recovery and then a 45-second jog recovery. I felt a bit rubbish today, to be honest, so I've been putting the session off all day. That's the session for today, and tomorrow should have been 14 miles easy, which I feel is a lot more achievable. But I just got changed into my running stuff about 10 minutes ago, and then thought, you know what, I've not got it in me tonight. I've just had a message from some friends about going out for a gravel ride tomorrow morning over on the Suffolk coast, 30 miles or so gravel ride, taking coffee making stuff and stopping for a brew on the way around, which is going to be really lovely. And what I've decided to do is I'm going to count that as my 14 miler, so a couple of hours on the gravel bikes. That's going to cover me for my 14 miler, and then all going well in the evening, if I've still got the legs, I'll do tonight's effort session tomorrow when I don't feel quite so exhausted, I think is the best word for it. The evening drives down to Leatherhead are fairly tiring, but it's only for another couple of weeks, and then I give up the day job and I'll just do 1 or 2 of the drive downs a week, and not have to work full time around it. So a couple of weeks more of these full-on weeks, and then I get a bit of headspace and a bit of breathing space and can relax a little bit more into the new working environment. So just a quick update for tonight to say that no training today, but hey, one of those days. Other than that, feeling good. VO2 max on my Garmin as high as it's ever been, so apparently I'm fitter than I've ever been on my Garmin. I don't feel too far off it, to be honest. Next week I've planned in a Wednesday 5-mile race, so that should be quite good to see where I'm at exactly. I think my PB is 6:28 miling for 5 miles from 2 or 3 years ago. I don't think I'm going to get there, but hopefully I won't be too far off. If I'm 6:40 miling for 5 miles, I'll be happy with that for now, but we'll see how it'll be. Anyway, gravel ride tomorrow, maybe a little mini effort session in the evening if I feel up to it. All in all, a good week. It's going to be a 40-mile week, probably with 30 miles on the bike, so decent week considering that I feel a bit wiped out, but goes with the territory when you're working your notice and getting excited about a new job and got so much going on. A month's time it'll all be forgotten, all be settled down. I'll be into the new working routine, working environment, and hopefully a lot less stressed. But anyway, catch you tomorrow. Okay, just arrived at Dunwich Beach. First one here, I think. I'm normally the last one here. Makes a nice change. Anyway, gonna get the bike out, get myself changed. Did have a puncture first thing this morning. Hopefully that's sorted out. But anyway, gonna get myself changed, get ready. Hopefully by then the guys will turn up and be ready to go.
Probably have Mum on the way over in a minute. Yeah. Well, cute.
I don't think so. go.
Thank you, morning.
So I think we're about 30 miles into this ride. It's beautiful, all through Dunwich, Sizewell, Thorpeness. Hopefully, by the looks of it, we're heading back to the finish where we can get the kettle on, have a cup of tea. But yeah, hopefully I've got some footage of the ride. But yeah, lovely morning's ride, a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours on the gravel bikes. Not fallen off, which is a bonus. Loads of fun. Well, the end of the weekend didn't go quite to plan either, much like the middle of the weekend. Had a lovely bike ride. Went out and had a lovely Sunday roast dinner, roast beef, Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes, salted caramel and honeycomb cheesecake. Didn't obviously get around to do my effort session later. When I drove down to my client's house on Friday night for our training session, I've got into a habit of eating loads of junk on the way. It's a 2.5 hour drive each way, and I'm a greedy pig at the best of times. I really have to control what I'm eating, but the last few times I've really struggled to do this. And on the way down on Friday, I stopped and I bought a couple of bags of Haribo and a couple of bags of chocolate covered raisins and peanuts and just a load of rubbish really. And I just gorged it all on the way down on Friday, and then on the way back I probably stopped for a McDonald's on the way back. I've just got in this habit of eating loads of shit on the way down to London and back, and I think I overdid it on Friday because on Saturday I just felt like death warmed up. I had heartburn all weekend, felt uncomfortable, felt bloated, just felt rubbish, and I'm sure it's down to just gorging myself on crap, and that's ruined the whole weekend for me. And I don't want to be doing that. I don't need to be doing that. So as of now, I'm getting that back under control. I'm not stopping at supermarkets or searching for supermarkets on the way down to London and back. I'm not stopping for McDonald's. I'm probably going to take a flask of coffee with me and a big bottle of water and maybe a protein bar, and I need to look at that journey time as training recovery time, being sensible time. I should think of myself as locked in the van and unable to eat a load of shit, not as a chance just to go and stop everywhere I like and just buy loads of rubbish. So I'm going to get that back under control now, starting today. I'm travelling down tonight for another training session, and I'm going to take the fuel that I need to be prepared for the 10-mile run on the way down, and I'm going to have water and coffee for the way back. So that is coming back under control. Hopefully, I mean, I feel better today, I feel fine today. So it's a 10-mile easy run tonight, just a very gentle 3-mile run on Tuesday, and then Wednesday is a 5-mile race. So I'll get over the weekend's excesses and I'll start to prepare for Wednesday's race, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, that just about wraps up this week's video. hoping you've had a good week. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know how your weekend's gone and what your plans are for this week. But thanks ever so much. Hope you enjoyed it. It's going to get exciting from here on, so if you can, like, subscribe to the channel, turn the little bell notification on so you get updates when I post videos, because there's going to be lots more coming than just once a week from now on. So anyway, have a good week. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, bye.